What's up? This is Travis Thompson. Make sure you get the Dash Radio app and tap in.
Hi everybody, this is your boy Maiwan. I'm here with the son of Seattle, Travis Thompson.
That's good, bro.
In the house.
Thank you for having me, bro. Good.
Course,
It's good
bro.
to be out here on the other boulevard.
You know what I mean?
On another boulevard out here, man.
Welcome to LA, man.
Thank you, bro. It's good to be here,
Bro, you had a good year, man.
I'm trying, bro. For real, I'm trying, man. It's been fun.
You had a good couple years. Like, it wasn't just 2020. Your 2019 was lit.
2019 was fun, man. For real.
2018 was lit.
2018 was great. Yeah, 2018 is when it got like real. 2017 was the end of 2017 is when I like was able to kind of quit my job. And then 2018 is when we've been like rapping for real.
That's crazy. So this is still very new to you.
Yeah, so we've been doing shit for like 5 or 6 years, but I've only really been a rapper for like 3. If that makes sense. Because we've been making music, but like if you're not living off of it, like it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not as real, like, you know what I'm saying? But it is as real. I don't want to make like people feel like,
no,
you know what I'm
like, if
saying?
you're not getting paid to shoot photos, you're not really a photographer. Like,
You know what I'm saying? Like you are, but you aren't at the same time. Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, it's fun though.
That's
been
what's
a fun
exciting,
year.
is that like for me, this is like when I was, getting ready for today, I was like, this is like your rookie year in the league. It's almost like you went through college and you killed it. Like you won all the awards.
Hey, thank you, bro.
You won the tournaments, dog. You dropped your double-doubles.
Nah, thank you, bro. Nah, it definitely feels very different. Like it's hard to like quantify things when they're not just immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to quantify stuff, but like this one, the past like few months we've had to look around and be like, no, this is noticeably different and weird. Especially when we're back home. It's like it's a whole different feeling now. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So
they love you back home.
Yeah, man. And we
I can't believe the Seahawks let you in the stadium. Shout out to DK. I heard the interview, bro. Shout out to DK.
Hey, that's the homie. That's the homie, man. Yeah. He's a good dude for real. But
that's a good dude to know. Seattle.
Yeah, right. I know.
Get into a fight, bro. You call decaf.
It's crazy because we be behind decaf. You're hella bad. I see. But what's it called? It's funny. You'll be like, I'll be feeling like the man moving around the city. You know what I'm saying? People show, oh, that's love. But then you move around with DK. And you did.
A whole different.
It's different. That Seahawks love is very fucking different.
But it's still like the way Seattle loves its like homegrown shit.
Yeah, no, then Seattle supports their own in a way.
They still support the Supersonics. Like y'all only had Supersonics for 20 years.
Sonics, I think are coming back.
Absolutely.
They got to. I think they are.
They got to. But what's so dope about your journey to me is your fan base is organic as fuck. Like,
thank you, bro.
It's genuine.
Yeah,
you didn't pay your way into the game. You know what I mean?
Definitely not. But no, we've from jump we've been able to like cultivate a fan base of people that have like just been along for the ride like the whole time. You know what I'm saying? When we go play shows, it's like a third new fans, and then it's 2/3 of kids I've been seeing for like 3 years at this point. Who I've watched kids almost grow up. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? You're like you be rapping.
Shit, you got tall, dog.
Literally, bro. Like you're watching kids. Like if they started listening to you as a sophomore in high school, like they'll be in college, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, dude, like I remember your music in high school. You're just like, bro, I'm like 24 years old. What are you talking about? You're making me feel hella old. You know what I'm saying? No, but at the same time though, it's just like. Yeah, people just come along for the journey. I don't know. That's because I think you're saying like our shit is all super organic and genuine.
That's all I was gonna say.
We've never tried to be anything we're not. Like
even now, like the quality of your music, Blvd Boys is that next level. Like
thank you, bro.
I could hear that like your surroundings have changed.
It was just time to start swinging for the fences. You know what I'm saying? It was just, and I was just telling you before we started doing it. I was like, I wanted to like. Say less. Not say less, say more with less syllables, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just listened to my old music and I just felt like I was filling too much space, so I wanted to say more with like less syllables.
Bro, every artist
melody off.
You know listen to like early J before his like debut album.
Yeah,
and he started really, and then even.
It's because you get in the game and you're like, nah, bro, like you don't understand. Like you gotta tell them, you gotta tell people. But when you're young making, or when you first start, you're just kind of making stuff.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to like find that again.
Absolutely.
Which I think we're getting way better at.
No, 100%, man. So Travis, I got a part of my interviews. I give every artist an album. I got a CD collection.
Okay.
A crazy CD collection, right?
Oh, you're about to, okay, word.
Yeah, so I'm going to give you a CD, but I'm actually going to do something a little different. I'm going to let you pick between 2 albums from the same artist.
Okay.
I want to say, I'm not comparing you to this artist in the sense of how you rap, how he raps.
Okay.
But you have always been yourself. Since the first time I heard a Travis song, I was sold in the sense
Hey,
that
thank you, bro. Thank you.
you know what I mean? Like you hear a lot of artists and they say some shit, then you watch the video, you go to Instagram, and you're like, that's not you, family. Like,
Yeah, no, or like you'll see him in person and you're just like, damn, that looks exhausting. You look like tired trying to be you.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So
yeah,
I'm gonna let you choose from 2 albums from an artist who never changed that I feel like you might fuck with. We talked about them. Bubba Sparks.
Oh my god.
I brought the Bubba Sparks debut
I
album.
brought the Bubba Sparks. Oh my
And the
god.
Deliverance
We were
album.
talking about this the other day.
Yeah, but honestly, Bubba's kept to his roots. Like every time you hear Bubba, you know he's from the butt fucking Georgia from the way he's talking.
Wow. The Bubba
And you
Sparks.
really have stayed to your roots.
Hey, thank you, bro. That's
Bro,
what
you came out like the
bro.
first time I heard of you was Corner Store, right?
Yeah.
Wait, which one are you gonna choose?
I don't know. I think Deliverance.
I think so.
Yeah,
That
I
one's
think
pretty
Deliverance.
good.
Yeah, nah.
Perfect.
Yes,
I'm gonna hold the other one for the next time you come back.
Oh my god, you're genuinely giving this to me?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh my god, that's so lit.
Bro, I got some gifts for you. I got a few more gifts for you too.
That's so fire.
Before we're done, but
Yeah,
what I was gonna say was the first time I seen your name was Corner Store.
Yeah.
Because I saw Macklemore's name at the time. I'm gonna be honest, I was hating heavy on Macklemore because he beat Kendrick out.
Yeah.
And it was like
everyone had
LA
felt the way
cat,
about it.
as an LA cat. But long story short, I'm checking out his music because Macklemore's music's always been great to me. Like people undercut the fact that he has one of the dopest producers.
Oh, yeah, hell
This is
yeah,
a
bro.
fucking beast.
Hell yeah.
So anyway, I hear Corner Store and you kick the record off and it's super dope. And that was the first imagery you I caught. And what's so dope is I'm listening to Blvd Boys and it just shows how much you've like leveled up as an artist, but you're still you. Cause you're at 7-Eleven.
Exactly.
You didn't go too far, fam.
Nah.
The Corner Store to 7-Eleven.
Nah, not at all, bro. That's a fact. That's a
But
super
you
fact.
did it with Juicy.
We did it with Juicy.
And
yeah.
it was so organic.
It's the level up, yeah.
And it went so hard.
Thank you, bro. Nah, the Juicy shit, like, oh yeah, no, I fuck with keeping it like organic and like the whole like, yeah, we didn't go very far from the Corner Store. So yeah, no, I fuck with that. Like, yeah, man, I've always kind of just been aggressively regular. You feel me?
Yeah,
in a way, I'm
yeah.
just like, man, like I want to make music like for parked cars. I was just like, man, I feel like during this pandemic we've just been like driving around hell and just like parking the car and kicking it hell. So I want to make like a cruising song for like 7-Eleven. We're just going trips. So I was like, used to take a Chevy to 7-Eleven. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a Benz. So that's where that song came from. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah, man, it's everything we do is super homegrown and organic. And like I think now after with Blvd Boy, I wanted to kind of like not cap it off because I'm still a fucking kid. You know what I'm saying? But like I kind of wanted to like really like kind of like try to wrap up the Boulevard story a little bit.
The first chapter.
The first chapter of whatever the.
Oh, that's
shit
exciting,
is, you know
bro.
what I'm saying? Yeah, so.
What's gonna be crazy, and I'm gonna address this now, is people are gonna start coming at you because you're gonna change, bro. You got money now. You're in the game.
Not that much, man. I'm just like, yeah, I really
I met you at an album release party. You're there with artists. You guys are signing. You guys are in this grind now.
Yeah, man. No, it's
gonna impact yourself.
It's definitely different. I was just saying on the interview with I was with Blvd and we were talking about Macklemore actually, and how like kind of everyone has an opinion, and everyone feels away, and we watched the change of people's opinions from going from just that's the homie to be like, nah, actually fuck that guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and it went for like not even like crazy shit. So like
that's crazy. He became a villain for.
It is what it is, bro. Like people are allowed to have their feelings, and it is what it is. I'm not out here trying to be like, hey, don't come at my bro. You know what I'm saying? It is like he can defend it. You feel me? But at the same time, like things definitely are different. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll see hater stuff more now than ever, just because like I know people see me as less of a real person than ever. You know what I'm saying? Like people will will leave a comment, and I'm like, bro, I've known you from like a year ago. I know you. I was like, we were the homie. Like what? And now you feel like that? But it's because they think I'm not gonna see it.
Yeah.
Because they see me in a whole different way, so they're like, oh no, you ain't gonna see this crazy little thing I said. And I'm like, bro, I be on my phone. Like, I'll see it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, you're right, because like the people hate to try to grab your attention.
Yeah. And because when you're first coming up, you might get like some random hater shit, but they're not trying to make you see it, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but then once you start people being like, they'll at you with their hate, it's just like, oh, it's like, you feel me? Like, oh, then you see me in a different light now.
Yeah, it's a good.
It's like a kind of a compliment in a way.
Cat Williams said, the more haters you got, the more you're winning. Like,
you feel me? You're supposed to, but at the end of the day, like we're just, artists are sensitive, so when you see a hate comment, you think about that one instead of like 150 other great comments. I love you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like someone will say something and you're just like, fuck, and they just rattle around.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But it is what it is, man. It's good though. Like I haven't felt it change up hella yet. I feel like give it like 6 months or like a year. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It is what it is. I love Seattle and I love like.
Yeah, they're gonna love you out there.
Yeah.
Yo, wait.
No, but Travis, so there was a funny thought I had.
Yeah.
You have a tough task, right?
Why?
That I like to test people. You know when you meet people in the streets or whatever, out and about in the streets.
Yeah.
Like I'm from Orange County. Let me get that straight off from the streets. You know, you literally
I get
meet
you
people
when you
in the
meet people
streets,
outside. Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they're like, oh, hit me on the gram. And when people give me their name, I always wonder how quick they're gonna populate, right?
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
so for example, my name is My Wand. And when you
Yeah.
look up My Wand, there's a couple other motherfuckers who are in there.
Yeah.
And it took me years to now, when you look up My Wand, it is a weird name. I'm the first one that pops. Bro, you
Okay,
got
bet.
you got a tough thing as a rapper.
Oh,
Travis
being
Scott.
the other Travis? Yeah,
Like,
yeah, man.
It's
for sure.
and you're gonna. I actually.
And we're on the same label.
Same label, and I
Yeah.
actually think, bro, you're like a marketable artist where you can be. You're gonna be huge.
Hey, thank you, bro.
And it's
Genuinely
gonna be
appreciate
crazy that one day, I want to set this challenge that one day when you open Spotify and you type in Travis, it's gonna put Thompson before Scott.
Hey man, I don't
At
want
some point in
I don't want to
time.
take. I don't want to take the shine away from everybody. I feel like
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like we can both. But no, at the same time, yeah, hell yeah, I would love to be a contender for the fucking other, being the other Travis. You
Well,
feel me?
because you're like a competitive MC.
In a way, yeah. In a way, I think people put that on me because I can rap. I can. But in terms of being competitive, I'm more competitive with music in a way than I am with like lyrical ability. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Like I don't know.
Interesting.
Because at the end of the day, like you can bar out all day long, but making music that makes people move
Yeah.
is tighter to me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like I'm not gonna lie, when we put out Dead Prezis, like, and just like being around Seattle and seeing what it does in a club or a
Yeah.
bar, and like seeing how people move. We performed it at a festival the other day. I'm like, oh my god, like I never had a song that slaps like this, and it made me feel a whole different kind of way than like, bro, you be spitting, bro. And at the same time though, I'm never trying to downplay that shit, because like at the end of the day, like I exercise the lyric shit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
Like
you're a
I'm
rapper.
writing all the time. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I just want to be a good rapper. You see me? But at the end of the day, like yeah, I'm still an MC, but I don't know if I call myself competitive.
No, but you pivoted from Blvd Boys to the two projects before. There was
Runaways.
Endangered, yeah,
Reckless
Runaways.
Endangerment.
Reckless Endangerment and Runaways. It was a lot more like rapping, versus you're still rapping.
Yeah.
But you're actually creating like songs now. in a
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
You're writing.
man.
You did almost all the hooks on this last album, which
Yeah,
is
man.
crazy to me.
Yeah, man. That's
I
why.
think all
That's
the
why it
hooks.
took so long.
Yeah,
You know
bro,
what I'm
that's
saying?
not easy. Like you're,
Nah, man.
I imagine you. Penned
That's
the
what I'm
hooks.
saying, because like I can write a verse in, depending on how good I want it to be, I can write a verse in 5 minutes or like an hour or like a few days. But hooks, yeah, I might like sing a melody for a whole week of like I'll just play the beat and just like sing until I can find something that fits, kind of. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Until I can make sense of some shit. But yeah, no, it's.
No, you're writing songs.
Nah,
now.
yeah, no, this one we definitely set out to be more like swing for the fence. Like, I want this to be this record. I want this to be this kind of record.
Well,
I want this to be played in the gym. I want
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
But at the
yeah,
same
yeah.
time, like, if you listen to like Bad Luck or like Bad Luck with Westside Boogie.
Bro, that's my favorite track on the album.
Oh, for real?
Y'all
Thank you,
killed
bro.
that
Thank
shit.
you, bro. Thank you. Like,
The
nah.
List Brothers, man.
Hey, the List Brothers,
'Cause
yeah.
I got a
The mic was wet as hell.
stutter, as you can tell.
Yeah, I
So,
got
like,
you, yeah.
The homie got the list, like, you know, that speech impediment.
Speech impediment,
like, man,
homies, you feel me?
bro,
It's
I
love.
used to rap in high school and people would be mind blown because when you're doing your art, you can't
it
really
wouldn't even
tell.
come. Yeah.
Even with you,
Damn.
I don't really hear it as much. Boogie, I hear it more when he raps.
I mean, his is like bad.
His is bad,
Yeah,
man. In a
but-
good way, bro. In a good
because
way.
it gives him hella character.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
with you, though. But
Thank you, bro.
that is my
Yeah.
favorite track on the album. I just had to say that.
Shout out, no, good looking. Shout out DJ Head and Salas for like
Yeah,
they put it
yeah,
together, bro.
yeah.
Like they were. As soon as I met him, they were like, "Bro, you gotta meet Boogie. You gotta meet Boogie. You guys both got these fucked up lists." da, 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 da. So yeah, man, they set that
And you
shit up
both
in his
fit
love,
on
bro,
song.
for
You
real.
both
Yeah,
rap.
hell yeah, bro.
Both
Like
rap and sing.
No,
do
that's
that
what
thing.
I was saying. Like Bad Luck and like Odd Jobs with the guys from I'll Fight You, Glenn and Chris P, and then like even 7-Eleven with Juicy. Like we're rapping for real on
Yeah,
it. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So like, but I wanted it to be more well-rounded than ever before. You feel
Absolutely.
me?
It
Yeah.
definitely is. Well, I'm excited to see where the evolution continues.
Thank you,
to
bro.
go.
I'm excited to see what's next too. Like we've never had this much love and attention. So
Absolutely.
it's like, so we could do. we're just in a space now where we can do a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I could go this direction because people love what we do with Dead Prezis. I can keep like rapping because producers we never worked with before hitting us up. You know what I'm saying? We can like do some rap shit. So it's just tight, man. We're in a good space.
You also got that really cool pop lane. That
and we're also
like
we're in a melodic
pop,
like
hip hop type shit.
Yeah,
you
I
can
already
kill
know.
that shit.
Good
really
looking,
rap.
bro. Yeah, man. No, I want to let myself sing more. I be like forgetting to sing. Because in the studio it's so easy to just write raps all day long because that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? But like,
and the bar is so low these days as far as having to be lyrical.
Yeah,
as long as you
fact.
give a good 16 and it sounds smooth.
That's
you're
a
good.
fact. That's a fact. But at the end of the day, man, people want these hooks, man. People want to sing, and like I ain't gonna lie, like a good melody will hit me the same way a good bar will. You feel me?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's fire. But.
Well, you know what's cool too? What's the interesting thing about you and the whole Bubba Sparks thing? I didn't do that because you're like a white rapper. And what's so funny to me is I watch these interviews and I first thing I saw interview-wise was the one with you and Head where you did the whole top 5 white rappers. But then when I look into it, bro, you are half Navajo.
Oh yeah. I'm only half white.
You come from a like that background and as oppressed, as fucked up of a history as any, really, man.
Hey,
like,
man. I mean, yeah. I think I'll start telling that story more when because we've like my family's from the Navajo reservation in Fort
like
Defiance.
from it, really from it. You were talking
like
about
extremely from it.
Yeah.
Extremely from it. So like, I think as I get older and like, I'll talk about it more and like I don't know, because the res is such a complicated thing to talk about in like hip hop just because it hasn't really been done before. But besides like, there's a few native, like don't get me wrong, there's native rappers out here killing it and like representing and holding it down. But like to the mainstream American rap audience, like they've never really heard
that story.
So like, and I also want to like, I also grew up in Seattle. I'm not fully a res kid. You know what I'm saying? So
no,
it's like,
absolutely.
So at the same time, I'm like, it's one of them things I'm trying to figure out. But it's like, we go back to the res. I was just there like last month with my family. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh shit, you go back?
Yeah, of course, bro.
You're about to be a celebrity up in there.
Oh, I mean, it's
Has
crazy.
It already
That's
happened
crazy.
Yet?
Yeah, I mean, cause think how many Navajo rappers you know?
You know who I looked up and found out has some Native American in her?
Oh,
Lil' Kim.
Oh yeah, Lil' Kim, yeah.
Shout out Lil' Kim.
I mean, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, natives know Lil' Kim's a
Lil'
native.
Kim's a native? Bro,
Yeah,
I can
man.
see her coming through like Queen Bee.
She legendary. She legendary. Nah, for real. But yeah, man. So when we're on the Navajo res, we definitely get love. Or even if it's not love, it's like, oh shit, that's that guy. You know what I'm saying? Because like, we walk around, we'll go to the market or we'll go to like Walmart and people are like, oh shit. It was crazy. We went to like, I was like with my family, they had to do like a renovation project. So like we went to Home Depot and I'm just in the Home Depot in the pandemic too. And then like 10 kids were in there freaking out. Cause it was so.
Do you like it or not?
Oh no, I mean I love it, especially.
Really?
Yeah, I love
eventually
it.
You're gonna hate it.
Eventually I'll hate it, but I'm not that popping, bro.
Okay, not yet.
It's tight too. When I come out to LA, it's just starting to happen now too.
Well, what do you mean? I saw your billboards were across the street for like 2 weeks. Man.
Yeah, man.
Right there, right dead ass.
Oh, literally right there.
Your billboards were right there,
Oh,
and then
for
around
real?
the block, man. You're
Oh
popping.
hell yeah! Hey man, nah, it's. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. It's definitely. We get a lot of love from the natives for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man. Look, when we play Arizona, it's like a mostly native show.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's fun,
There's
man.
Like
I love
Spears
it.
And I'm playing.
Oh, don't
I'm
do
about to
that.
get
Don't
canceled.
do that. This
I got
guy's
the
out here,
loudest mouth,
man. You're funny as fuck.
No, but so musically, you have evolved a lot, but you've kept it yourself.
Thank you, bro. That was the biggest fear on the project for me. I was like, I feel like it's all over the place, and the homies were like, but it doesn't sound
at all. It felt it was in the pocket.
Thank you, bro.
It wasn't like you were acting like anybody, right?
Thank you, bro. No.
But what's the next evolution?
I've never wanted to do. You said what?
What's the next evolution?
What's the next evolution? I don't know.
Thompson?
That's what I was saying, bro. I'm just gonna make hella music and figure out what is what makes me the happiest. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. This Dead Prezis response that we've been getting is I've been making songs like Dead Prezis for years now, but we haven't really put them out just because it was when I remember when we dropped it, people were like, oh shit, Travis ain't, I ain't never heard you do some shit like this. But I wanted it to replicate the freestyles we be doing.
Absolutely.
I did a LA Lakers freestyle over this beat.
Shit.
Thank you, bro. Over this
Wait, the one that I saw the one was Sway.
It was
My
Sway,
bad.
yeah. No, the Leakers one, it was like a random Tyler beat, and it just sounded hella West Coast, and we were just like, let's just try to make a song like that.
Yeah.
And then we just made hella, and then one of them was Dead Prezis.
Wow, shout out to the Leakers, man. Changing
hell
the culture,
yeah, man. Hell yeah,
shout
bro.
out
Like
to Justin, that whole
yeah,
team,
hell
man.
yeah, bro. Like, I don't know. But also, I like cool pop musicians are hitting us up now, so maybe like we'll get in that kind of bag. I don't know. We can do a lot, bro. Like, I've never been the guy who's like you said, bro, the album is like, we do a bunch of different stuff, bro. Like, I can get in a bunch of different bags, and I don't know if I can ever concentrate hard enough to like get into one bag. But
your next move's gonna be crazy to see.
I would
'cause
love to
it
do
can
like a
go
producer project
so
next.
many-
I would love to like
What do you mean?
get up with like a producer.
Oh, like Kenny
and,
Beats. Like I could
yeah,
see
with
you
somebody
and Kenny
or like
doing
I'd
something.
really love to like get up with like someone like a Pilo or something and like you know what I'm saying, and like make a whole fucking slapping ass album. And we could also like be like with some rapping shit too. Like it'd be hard, bro.
absolutely.
Like
They would
so
love
that's,
you in the
or
band.
shit like that. Like I don't know. I just want to keep just making shit. Like like
Absolutely.
keep getting in different bags and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, I don't
man.
know. Yeah.
I'm excited to see where it goes from
Thank you,
corner
bro.
store to 7-Eleven.
It's
It stayed Travis.
Thank you,
but
bro.
it's progressed, which is
Thank
so
you, bro.
dope.
Thank
you didn't
you,
have
genuinely.
to change. You just gotten better. I don't know
Hey,
if
that
makes
means more
sense.
than you know, bro. Thank you. That's genuinely the fucking goal. You know what
Nah,
I'm saying? Like, yeah.
absolutely. And then you mentioned something in the DJ Head interview with Chuck Dizzle. Shout out to
Shout out my
Homegrown.
guys, yeah.
Homegrown is awesome, bro. I love them cats. You mentioned something that I really resonated with because I grew up. I'm one of those like hip hop saved my life cats that when I had the speech impediment, which I'm sure for you as well, hip hop was a way for me to like not have that. And I was like, it didn't matter because I was like rapping and I had big crowds and shit. So for you, I know hip hop's probably changed your life a lot, right? But you said like as you know, non-African American males, like we have to respect the culture and respect that.
Oh, for
like,
sure. Yeah, I mean, we're guests. For sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're guests, yeah.
I was trying to remember what you said.
Oh yeah,
I fuck
we're
with
guests
that.
in the house of hip hop.
Yeah, that you
I mean,
like acknowledge that. I really.
Oh, for sure,
respect
bro.
that.
I appreciate you saying that, but at this point, bro, like I feel like it's the norm. Like white boys, and it's I'm only half white too. Like I remember we talked about that on Head, and I seen the comments, and people were like, nah, but get a real white. Cause it's funny to get a real white boy up there, cause you gotta tell them that. Cause they're like, nah, he native, he knows this, he native,
just
he
'cause
native.
you're down.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, no, but at the end of the day, like I genuinely feel like I was taught that when I was like 13, 14. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
me
Like,
too. Like,
you feel me?
I had to self-teach it because I grew up with the homies in high school, the Hispanic crowd, the black crowd, the kids who listen to hip hop and play basketball, right?
Yeah.
And we would always be rapping, and I remember it was always Lil Jon. All his music had the N-word like crazy in it.
Word.
And I literally trained myself to omit that word.
For sure,
Like,
yeah, you have
I
to.
can do an entire Bo Hagen verse. I did it in front of Don P from Trillville.
Oh,
I did the
yeah?
whole verse, and the N-word just automatically, I replaced it with dude or man.
It becomes.
Did you have to like train yourself to make sure? Because we listen to
I
hip-hop
guess
so
I don't know.
much.
Even as like kids, we weren't popping it like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, you definitely kind of have to like. I'll be hearing a song and I'll watch video. I'll be like looking at the white homies like, hey, I know you don't say it, but like, don't even get close around my homies who don't know you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah, no, on my mama. But it is like, I don't know. It's not something I feel like.
Okay.
Was
I
ever
feel
in.
like I had to train myself because I love music so much, and not that I.
No, I get you. 100%.
I never use the word.
No,
I'm
100%.
saying,
No, I already know. I know how I go.
You know, you're like rapping a Jay-Z song.
You're
You know what I
funny,
mean?
yeah.
And it's
I feel you.
every 8th bar he drops it, you know? So
Yeah.
I was wondering if you had to kind of like prep yourself to make sure you don't offend anybody.
Nah.
Because you're not white to me, bro.
Oh
You're
no,
like,
yeah, but that's because you're not. Like, I don't know.
I'm
if you
Middle
once
Eastern, yeah.
once you see it, it's something you can't unsee.
Okay,
But if you
okay.
just get the glance at me, you might, that's a white boy.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
if you look hard enough, you're like, oh, that's not. There's something there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got the flavor.
It's
bro.
one of them things. But yeah, if you know, especially if you grew up around native people, they're like, oh yeah, you're native. But a lot of people don't grow up around native people because, you know.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
They're
small.
on reservations.
Small
Yeah,
pockets,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
So-
Well, I got 2 more gifts. One from my boy Joey Fats and Cutthroat. I don't know if you
hell
heard
yeah.
of Cutthroat. This is his new line.
Oh,
his
fire.
new hat he dropped.
Damn, good looking, bro.
Yeah,
Thank
of
you.
course,
Hell
bro.
yeah.
That's yours. It's brand new.
Good
Joey,
looking,
if you
bro.
get mad, bro, I had to give it to someone dope. I had a couple guests this
My
week,
guy.
and I picked you to give
Hey,
that to.
my guy. Thank
of
you,
course,
bro.
man.
Genuinely.
And
Thank
then
you.
we got a tequila sponsorship here at Dash.
Whoa,
Where's it at? Oh shit! Let me get the tequila for you.
you're lying.
Nah, our good people at Herradura, I made sure I said it right.
Oh
Herradura
my
Tequila.
God.
Travis, I wanted to give you this as a birthday gift. When is your birthday?
It's coming
Just
up.
passed?
It's coming up. It's coming
Okay.
up September 24th.
So there we go. Happy early birthday from
Thank you,
Herradura
bro.
Tequila,
Thank
man.
you,
Of
bro.
course.
For real, I appreciate the fuck
Yo,
out of
they
that.
invented Raspado. This is the company that literally invented the
Raspado?
whole. The first people who put tequila in a whiskey barrel and let it get the color and flavor. They literally
Wow.
invented that shit. So anyway, I just had to
Damn,
drop a
good
plug
looking.
one
Ooh,
time.
good
No, of
looking,
course.
bro.
Yeah,
And I got
you
the
know?
Bubba Spark. Oh my
Yeah,
God, bro. We lit.
Bro, you
We
know
lit
why
for
though?
real.
Because you're dope. To be honest with you, I get a lot of artist submissions every week.
Yeah.
A lot of them have more engagement than you, and a lot of times I'm just like, I'm busy. You know what I mean? But when I actually, because I'd seen your name and I'd heard you so many times,
Yeah.
and then I put on Blvd Boys, and I'm like, God damn, he just keeps getting better.
Hey, thank you,
So,
bro.
no, thank
Genuinely.
you for
Thank
your
bro. Nah.
contributions to hip hop.
Hey, I appreciate the fuck out of that, bro. Thank
No,
you, man. For
thank
real.
you, bro.
Thank you,
I'm
bro.
excited
I'm
to
just
see.
trying to.
You're comfortable now too, bro. I watched your interview on Sway. You were mad uncomfortable.
Hey,
have you
bro,
rewatched
don't
that
lie,
and like
bro. Don't
analyzed it?
Bro, the Sway interview, I can't watch it, bro. I literally can't watch it.
I don't blame you because as like I was an artist up until 18. I would have shat myself in front of
Bro,
Sway
you
for the
like
first
you don't
time.
even understand.
You handled
like,
it well.
It was
but
like
you
my
looked
first
so
trip. It was my
nervous.
first trip to New York as like a real rapper, and it was like. I was my first press run ever. I had never done any like real interviews.
had you spitting.
Bro, I was hungover as fuck because I was in New York, obviously, and I was like lit. That's why if you look in the whole thing, I'm sweating, bro. Like just
Yeah,
because I'm
I
like
thought it was
it's
'cause you were
super
nervous.
hot.
That was
I was
alcohol
well, no.
control?
I mean, it was alcohol and nervousness because you go up there and like I'm like, what are we rapping on? They're like, bro, just have verses ready. I don't know. They're like, bro, because unless you're like a
You don't
real,
get to pick
like
the beat?
right now, I could probably like ask for a beat I want. But when I was just on Freestyle Fridays. I was just a
Yeah,
random artist
yeah.
who's in there for 20 minutes and they kick him out. So like, but I ain't gonna lie, I pulled up and Sway like knew my album. Like he had
Yeah.
listened to it for he like named the album cut. Like it was the You Good album. That's the press run we were doing. And bro, like, I'm not gonna lie, that was like the most nerve-wracking shit because you get up there and you just bro, they start playing beats and you're just like, they're like, go, it's your
Yeah,
time, and
yeah.
you're live in front of like, or like recording.
There's people there.
It's like it's like 20 people in the room. Everyone's
There was
like
20
watching
people
you.
in there?
It's
'Cause, bro, you
hella
looked
people
so
in the
uncomfortable.
room.
I felt bad while I was watching it.
Hey, bro, it is what it is, bro. But like,
But you killed it.
I
Let
rose
me-
to the occasion. You know what
Let
I'm
me
saying?
say this: you knocked it out the park. The verse was hot.
Thank
you
you, bro.
changed up your flow.
No,
Even
that's
when
the
you kinda
first.
lost
The
it, you
first.
caught it.
The first one we did was hella slow, and then Sway literally like he grabs my shoulder like off camera. He's like, "Nah, you got to go in," and I'm like, "Bro, I need like something fast." He's like, "Say less."
Yeah.
And then I was like, cause he knew, cause Sway fucked with me, and he was like, "Bro, you gotta go in," and I'm like, "I'm trying to go in, bro.
Yeah, but
I'm
you-
trying to
you
go in."
holding me back. You
I was
got me in
like,
this slow
"Bro, give me
cage."
something, bro." I was like, "Give me
Yeah.
something," and he's like, and then like went to commercial, and then he stops, and he tells a lady in there, he's like, "Nah, he's gonna go in. He's gonna go in. You gonna go in?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go in." And then we comes back, and
Bro, you went
that's when
in.
that's when I did the one, cause that was the one I really had ready like in my head. And
I
like,
had a
bro,
YouTube ad and I hit skip, and the second I hit skip, you just barred out, bro. I was
Man,
like, oh, shit.
yeah, man.
But that was so
a
cool
whole
to see
fucking
you so
like.
comfortable now.
Thank you. Hey,
You
good
know?
looking, bro.
You've
Thank
grown,
you. Hey, man.
man.
This is like we're like 3 years in this shit.
You
now,
were young
feel
too.
me?
You were 22 at the time,
I
right?
was like 21, 22, yeah.
bro. I would have literally pissed my pants. You would
Hey,
have saw
bro,
wet
that's what
shit
I'm
from
saying,
my
bro. It's
pants.
like walking into your own computer.
And it wasn't no regular shit. Sway for us, for our generation, that's
Damn
like
right.
a rite of passage.
It's a rite of passage, and it's like, and it's one of them things. I respect this shit so much. You feel me? Like that. Like if I walk into Sway, it's like, all right, motherfucker, you done whatever you did up into this moment, got you right here.
Absolutely.
All the homies want to be right here.
Yeah.
So what you gonna do?
You got to, yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Deliver.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you definitely did.
So I walked up in there with the tequila burps. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, fuck, I gotta do this.
Hey, well, you
But,
got some
hey,
more tequila burps
you know what I'm
coming
saying?
from our
I'm a much
friends at
better
Herradura.
drinker now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
Yeah, I haven't even eaten breakfast yet either, and we're a little hungover. But I'm
Hey.
comfy now, my
Nah,
boy.
my guy, of course. Travis
Oh my
Thompson, man.
God,
Thank you so much for coming
Hey, thank you
through.
for having me. Genuinely, bro.
Of
It's
course,
love,
bro.
for
I
real.
fuck with you heavy. I can't wait to see what's next. I can't wait for the world to hear Blvd Boys.
Thank
it's
you,
still
bro.
Growing.
Me too, bro.
It's
Yeah,
still
it's
really
getting bigger
growing.
every day, bro. So
Absolutely,
yeah, hell
man.
yeah.
All right, man. What was I gonna say? Fuck, my last thing I have for you was fuck, I almost forgot it. Oh yeah, random question I like to ask everybody. We're gonna
Okay, yeah.
end it with this. Zombie apocalypse.
Okay.
You're gonna be with Mike Tyson,
Okay.
Mike Jordan, or Mike Jackson?
Oh, come on. You know what I have to go. Wait, damn. I was gonna go Mike Tyson, but maybe he's not the best like apocalypse partner.
That's what I've been telling people.
That's maybe he's not the best. I feel like Michael Jordan's probably, but I hear nothing but bad stories about Michael Jordan too. So like, bro, I don't know. I feel like Michael Jordan would be like, deuces.
No. Here's what I think.
On your own, bro.
I think Tyson is a bad choice because he's gonna kill himself accidentally or some shit, and then you got to deal with the Tyson zombie.
Tyson's just gonna want smoke with a zombie or something.
And the Tyson zombie is gonna be a wrap. Everyone's dying. If he's stuck in a house with that shit, you know what I mean?
God,
He turns.
I don't want to be near Mike Tyson.
I think with Jordan, you will actually you will outlive the zombie apocalypse, but you're gonna have a miserable time. So you're gonna boss you around.
Yeah.
I would go 2-3 years with Mike Jack. We're probably gonna die on a farm or some shit. But like
Michael Jackson is not helping you.
But you make like 2 albums with him. You know what I mean? You drop like Off the Walls Part 2.
Michael Jackson is not making an album with me. He's telling me to go find him a zombie engineer.
Yeah, bro. He'd make a beautiful album.
Yeah.
He'd have all the zombies.
Nah, he wouldn't be working with me. I would be working for him. You know what I'm saying? That's how that would go.
So your answer is Jordan then.
I think I'm going with Michael Jordan because he might. I don't know. He feels like the best all around in shape. The best.
You would
all
survive.
Around. Yeah,
he's a survivor, bro.
I'd probably go Mike Jordan, even though he probably abandoned me a weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
100%. But all right, Travis Thompson, thank you
guy,
so much.
Thank you for having me,
Blvd Boys out
Blvd
now.
Boy out now, my guy.
Shout
everywhere.
out Seattle.
Shout out Seattle. Shout out Blvd Boys LLC. You know what I'm
Yay,
saying?
my guys incorporated the LLC. You file your
me?
taxes, bro? I did
Hell
mine
yeah,
yesterday.
hell yeah. You know, we're
Shit was
filing
stressful.
extensions, but
Yeah, bro. Hey, man. I fuck with you heavy.
It's love, bro.
We can find you at Travis X Thompson, right?
Yeah, Travis,
Everywhere.
TravisXThonPson, everywhere.
My guy. All right, this is your boy Maiwan. This is Dash Radio. We got Travis on Dash Hip Hop X.
Yes, sir.
This city playing all the time.
Yes, sir.
Next stop, the charts, bro. I can't wait to see it.
Damn right, brother. Thank you.
All right, man. No worries. We out.